What's happening, everyone? Hello, and welcome to the Review Roulette Podcast, the podcast that brings strangers together for a movie night. I'm your host, Laura. Join me as I bring two strangers together as we watch and review a randomly selected movie. Now let's spin that wheel and see what movie Lady Luck has picked for us tonight. What's happened, everyone? Welcome back to the Review Roulette Podcast. This is a special Casual Kaiju episode. This is our second episode. In honor of Godzilla vs. Kong coming to theaters this March, we're celebrating March with Monster March Madness. It's all monsters, all March. It almost sounded like a good basketball promo. I'm working on it. We had our first Casual Kaiju episode last week. We had Godzilla 2000. It's my second favorite Godzilla movie. It was the first Toho Godzilla movie that I saw in the movie theater. It was me, my mom, and 3 other people that we didn't know. It was great. I was excited. I loved it. It was great to see that big lizard man on the screen listening to Rob Zombie. Okay, let's see what we're picking. And it is, oh my god, it is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 1974. My all-time favorite Godzilla movie. Maybe my 3rd favorite movie of all time. I'm so excited. This might have been the first Godzilla movie that I owned. I remember when I had the chicken pox when I was in kindergarten. I had them for like 2 weeks, and my dad got me the combo pack. It was Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and Godzilla vs. Gigan, and this like really dodgy looking bootleg VHS combo pack. And I'm pretty sure I made it so the tape didn't work because I watched it so many times. I would just like watch it, and I think at one point it got stuck in my VCR in my room, and I just watched it over and over again. So it's probably the Godzilla movie that I've bought the most because I keep having to buy different and better copies, and then I think I have like 2 different versions of the DVD. I don't think there's any movie that I have ever watched as many times as I have watched this movie. I love this movie so much, it inspired me to make my first legit, like, most proud of cosplay that I've ever made. Our first G-Fest we went to, me and Nick, we went to the 2018 G-Fest. And it was our first convention, like, we traveled, like, we actually had to fly there, and I had to make a costume, and I wanted to be Queen Shisa. So I made this amazing, ultra sexy Queen Shisa that I wore around, and that was the most fun that I had. I felt like it made me feel so cool to have that costume on, and people knew what I was, because I feel like if I would have worn that at any other convention, they'd be like, oh, you're a dog. Oh, but I love this movie. I love this movie so much. We named our dog after this movie. Or it was mainly me. I named our dog after this movie. Well, Nick, tell us about this movie and who's in it.
This movie is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. It came out in 1974. And the summary is, an ape-like aliens build a robotic Godzilla to destroy Japan, and the true Godzilla may not be powerful enough to destroy it. It is written and directed by Jun Fukuda. Is that how you say his name correctly?
That is how you say his name.
Jun Fukuda is known for such things as Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla vs. Megalon, and Doto Ichiman Kairi. Yeah. It stars Masaki Daimon, who plays Kazuki Shimuzi. And he is known for such things as Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Sailor Suit, and Machine Gun, and Lady Snowblood.
Shoot. Is that what you like, the slide that they go down?
Yes.
Okay.
Sailor Shoot.
Who else?
This also stars Kazuya Aomiya, who plays Masahiko Shimuzi. And they are known for such things as Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Zone Fighter series, and Tokyo Wan Enjo. And lastly, this stars Draco Tajima, who plays Saiko Kanagusuku, who is known for such things as Arcadia of My Youth, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Space Adventure Cobra.
That sounds intense. Space Adventure Cobra.
It does.
Okay. Well, thank you, Nick. Thank you.
For butchering all these names.
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't be a true episode if you had not. Oh, you poor bastards have to watch my favorite Godzilla movie with me. It is the 74 Mechagodzilla.
Oh yeah, it's giant robot
I
time.
know, I'm so excited.
And you just can't hide it.
I know.
You're about to lose control and you think you like it.
Oh, I
Some of
love
the worst timing with sound effects and acting ever in this movie. I'm definitely ready.
Oh, this is my where is he at? Got my which put him here. Like he's ready. I got the whole cast.
Nice.
I've been
It's
acting out the whole time while we're doing it.
Yeah.
We've got like this one.
It's your spirit animal.
He is. He's my animal.
Oh,
my god.
That Chibi Caesar is adorable.
Oh, he's so cute. He's my favorite. I had to
No.
repaint him because he didn't have the right
Yeah.
paint, and then I felt like a really big nerd because I'm like, it needs to be more yellow. It's like delicately brushing him. I'm like, okay.
It's not the right movie, but given that it does involve Showa Mechagodzilla, I do have my favorite
Yes!
monster here with
Oh,
me.
my-
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
we've all got our toys. We're ready to go.
I'll put my little buddy right there.
It's a shame. My favorite's Anguirus, who gets his butt kicked in this, but he's currently in my kids' room. I'm sure involved in a battle right now. So I'm
Don't
not
worry,
going there.
Don't worry. I got you an Anguirus. I'm sending it. I already sent it your way.
Oh, nice, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Good looking out.
I swear this is a professional, legit. Yeah,
Wait a minute.
video.
It's like I look up in the corner. Wait a minute, Kiss Asia.
Well, wasn't that where's the one we were using before was the Tutoru, and I think that's out of Russia. So I was like, why does this Amazon look not quite right? It's like I feel like we're on a list now.
Your hard tiddly dee. Being a pirate is okay with me. Godzilla restricted versus Mechagodzilla restricted. You know, I can't believe, like, for the longest time, this whole opening sequence completely eluded me because it was cut from the VHS copy I grew up on.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think I had it on DVD, and then like I think I just recorded it off of like the USA Network or something at one point. I had it on my like VHS copy.
I see. Masaru Sato. He definitely brought a very interesting, unique flavor to the Godzilla franchise compared to Ifukube.
Yes.
No, I actually had a student who just went to Okinawa on vacation last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she spent a lot of times at hotels and beaches. They got this whole thing going on in Japan right now called Go To Travel campaign, where they're offering like 30 to 50% discounts on travel and accommodations to certain popular places to boost tourism. Here we go. This is what my student got me. So it's like 2 shisas
Oh, okay.
on a little bottle of beach sand.
No, cool.
Yeah.
And now it's fire. So I always wonder what was up with the King Ghidorah like cutting.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
was it like War of the Gargantuas?
I don't know. It's like I'm assuming that it's like they want to imply that there's a danger as big as Ghidorah on the rise. I don't know.
I kind of get, but then like I can remember the first time viewing this, thinking like, oh, we're going to get some King Ghidorah and maybe and it was like Gargantuas or Frankenstein in that other scene, and we never knew.
This
Statue.
The guardian of the Azumis. He's called King Caesar.
Caesar.
It's very funny how they translated that name because in Japanese the creature is called Shisa, so this is King Shisa. But I guess like because American audiences they wouldn't know what the hell a Shisa is, they just turned it to Caesar.
One monster appeared and said,
Is there no?
family of
There's
the
no like S sounding C, isn't that why they had to?
monster's name was
Or no?
No, well, originally it was she, and it was America that turned
Oh.
she to C.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually the opposite.
At first, I thought you were saying that it was actually Queen Shisha. And then it back to Clay.
That's me.
Yeah.
You know, next thing, go! Where's Yukon Cornelius when you need him?
I'm rich. I'm a wealthy miser.
Oh my goodness.
The
I
audio's
guess
coming
we're
in.
I just realized we're watching it in Japanese. I guess that's.
Husband, Andres is here to translate for us.
Something's wrong. Godzilla shouldn't be speaking Japanese to his friend Anguirus.
Yeah, it's speaking Japanese. I'm not speaking the formal Japanese. This is only level
Oi,
2.
Anguirus! Nanda!
Oh, that's better than he sounds like an Italian plumber. And what is that one where it's just like, there's something going on over there? It's like, why does he talk like? I wanted any. I love the way the old planes looked. It was just like it just looks so much like the 70s. Especially because I think the guy's smoking, isn't he? Like that just seems like a very 70s
True,
thing.
yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I was like, this is the same case that we kept the fairies in back in.
He's got a little Shisa-sized purse just for the statue. Like, oh, it's just from last time.
The professor, a famous archaeologist.
I really like this Interpol agent character.
Oh wait, is it Numbara?
But you could call
Numbara, and I think the other guy's Goro. I don't know. I remember the names from this one. No other Godzilla movie. I remember the names of the characters except for this one.
I always thought in the next one, they introduced the guy as Tanaka, right? He runs the Interpol.
I think
I'm pretty
so.
sure.
Let's see.
It just stuck
Oh
out
yeah.
because in the James Bond movie, You Only Live Twice is shot a lot in Japan. They have a lot of the same actors. And I was like, oh,
Okay.
that Tiger Tanaka carrying over. As a kid, I thought that. And then obviously it's not. But it just stuck out.
By the way, with the whole black cloud thing, is that supposed to be where the aliens are hiding inside, or is that just like
I think I
a
always
random
thought
black?
that was them landing or something. Because I
Ah.
thought like each thing, like when you're little, you're just like, oh, that's the spaceship coming down. You're like, but why would they just come at night? Like, then even
Because
like,
shut up. That's
yeah,
why.
like, movie happens. It's like, okay. I mean, they're not very smart. They do need like an Earth scientist to fix their giant robot. It's like, oh yeah, that's a Nobel Prize in giant robot science. I'm like, I don't know. That means like the Gundam in Japan, that guy should get a Nobel Peace Prize for his giant robot science.
Right. His contributions to society.
It made my day. I'll give him that. It's like, oh, it's a giant robot.
I love this part right here where he's like following her. He's like, "You're not invited." It's like, the fuck I am. Just wait and see.
It's like, you may not know this, but I'm a man.
Yeah.
In Japan, men come first.
he would have been like maced, like way into the car ride if this was any time now.
And again, I love that he's like intentionally fucking with her by not telling her that he was his uncle.
Yeah. And I'd like,
So, like-
to have that joke, he would have had to have thought about it a very long time ago on the plane.
Yeah.
He'd be like,
Yeah,
my
this is
uncle."
gonna be
It's
so
like,
good.
"Oh, so good.
Like they've been traveling for like the last like 3 hours together on
Yeah.
plane and car. It's like, oh, it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be the best funny that ever funny. And you're like, no.
It's a really nice character moment.
Just don't think about it. Stop thinking about it. You're thinking about it.
material.
Stop thinking about it. Space
Oh,
Titan.
that's is that Akihito Hirata? Is that Dr. Sarazawa?
Yeah, I
Yes.
believe so.
Nice, yeah.
And then he's General Colonel Sanders in the next one.
Yes.
He
Katsura!
looks just like Colonel Sanders.
Honestly, given what like KFC has been doing with Colonel Sanders these days, I wouldn't be surprised if they made like a Japanese version of him.
Oh.
I mean, apparently they made Mario Lopez is playing Colonel Sanders now.
I thought that was a joke, and then I saw it was real, and I'm like, I wanted it to be a joke.
Yeah.
RoboCop became Colonel Sanders at one point.
No, don't tell me that.
Yes,
tell me
it
lies.
happened. I'm not telling you lies.
How about some coffee?
Okay.
Hey man, you're being pretty rude right about now. That's not. That ain't very Japanese of you.
Is that the dude from Old Boy? He looks like the dude from Old Boy.
He kind of does, yeah. Well, it's so funny now, like looking at these older movies and seeing Japanese people with facial hair, because like nowadays that's like so not the thing these days.
Such a weirdly choreographed fight scene.
It's almost like they predicted the shaky cam of modern day action fight scenes.
Like, let me smell you this pillow that doesn't cover your face.
Damn it, the pillow's too small. I must punch it closer to you.
It'll hurt more if I put a pillow on you and then punch.
This is how I learned how to punch. You punch the pillow when you're mad.
No means no, damn it.
Not my purse. You're like, what?
I don't know you.
What is that?
Did he tell me you sound like the other guy's his uncle yet?
I've got your eyeballs.
I told you I'm not interested in converting, all right?
I ran like a half a block and I gave up.
I love shots like these. It like anything involving like the sort of like Interpol criminal espionage sort of vibe. It kind of gives off like a combination of like a James Bond spy thriller, and like a film noir, like film noir mystery as well.
Yeah, I always thought the two 70s Mechagodzillas had a definite like Bond feel to them.
Yes.
Totally, yeah.
And that would carry over, as we talked about Andres the other day, into the Haystay series. It was like, we're just going to rip off everything now.
Right.
You know, Terminator, Indiana Jones,
Aliens.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. It's a boy. I like how all I need is like, we're going to have the mountain blow up and he'll be there. And that's all we need. Not like he came out of the mountain.
No, it's like, hey, it's me. You know my deal at this point.
You've seen these movies. There's monsters in volcanoes. They're in trees. They're in the ground.
You don't need to see that stuff.
I also like how he's just carrying the statue around. This is like, yeah.
Right. Because why wouldn't you just carry a statue wherever you go? Especially if you had a cool statue like that.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to show it around?
I'm not, it everywhere. Like if I go to my in-laws' house, they'd be like, "So, yo,
Where are you going?
Yo,
whatever." You know I can't say foreign words.
Yo ho!
yo ho!
Yo.
Oh goodness.
Wait, he's about to train the bride in how to kill. Oh wait, no, wrong movie.
Godzilla has appeared on the mainland.
You're like, what?
What do you say, Grandpa? You're just speaking nonsense right now.
Grandpa, it's a 4-hour boat ride to the mainland. Over there.
How did you get out of the home? You're not even supposed to be here.
The people of Japan.
Grandpa, that's a wall.
Okay, that is interesting right there.
Look, just the look on her face says it all. She's like, "Oh dear God."
Grandpa's off his rocker again. Grandpa's been drinking.
I was like how he's supposed to be the protector of Okinawa, but like there's all those times he just didn't show up. He was like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like he was just bringing that up right now. It's like get revenge on Japan for what they did to Okinawa. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, they conquered Okinawa. Japan was not a very nice country for a good long while. Even people in Korea are still upset at them for what they did.
Get ready, Lord. Here comes our boy. Here he comes.
Oh yeah, it's the real star of the show.
He's ready. He's like the kaiju version of the '90s Wolverine cartoon.
Yeah.
Where like he shows up, he's
You're
like,
so right about that.
Yeah. And he gets slapped around and has to go away.
I like how he still stepped on it. You're like, you know what? Still gonna step on the shaky looking ground.
Hey man, it's not very nice of you.
Dumb robot.
Damn. Oh.
Don't you remember that shot from being in the preview for Godzilla versus Charles Barkley? When that was
Really?
Do you remember that?
Oh, here we go.
Who drives like that?
I know. It's like, what is he doing?
That's how I play Mario Kart. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, I love this battle music.
Yeah, this is my
Yeah,
favorite.
it is good. It is good.
See you in another 30 years, Anguirus.
Yeah. That's how long we're taking to heal up.
Oh, wait, did you see that subtitle right there? With the question mark?
Astronocron.
You're like, it looks like it's made out of.
Okay.
it's like the subtitle guy had a heart attack.
I want to have like a periodic table like poster that has all the made up elements of everything on it. It's like,
that would be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And Astronocron
and Tex-Mexium from Gunhead.
Oh, God.
This is a really weird introduction for Godzilla. He just pops out of a warehouse. Like, how'd you fit in there, Godzilla?
Yeah. They didn't even really establish that it's by the water until he falls in the water, so you can't even be like,
right. I never noticed. I never realized that.
Yeah, because they show him falling in the water.
Promotional work for that company, so he just happened to be in the area.
Hey, Anguirus told me about this, what the shit you pulled, all right? That ain't cool, bro.
There can only be one. Yeah. I don't. That's all I know from that stupid Highlander song.
Help me up!
I'm falling. I can't get up.
Et tu, Brutus. Oh, we got our first beam battle in the franchise.
Oh. And it's rainbow.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, now we know there's water. Okay, like you said before. Didn't establish that back earlier.
Like, oh, he must have swam.
I remember I never picked up that was supposed to be blood when I watched it on VHS.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Seems to have fallen into an algae plume. You're like, what?
Chief, Mechagodzilla's head control's out of order.
I love all the dials and the knobs. This might be my favorite thing from this era movies too. But like, we need more buttons because it's the future. Like, maybe it's just like no buttons.
Right. It's like what that scene from Airplane 2 with William Shatner. They're blinking and beeping and beeping and they're blinking and they're beeping. I can't stand it anymore. And you know, that's what I love about the Showa series, where it's like you have the professor saying that it must be the work of a spaceman, and everyone's like totally chill with that. They're like, yeah it's got to be aliens. I love how like this universe is so out there with its sci-fi fantasy concepts that people just like are willing to accept something like as crazy as that.
Yeah, this is definitely like some promotional crew stuff going on in this movie.
Yeah.
For sure.
This day for night shot, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be night.
Yeah, you're right.
Beautiful night.
Yes.
Brightest day.
Yeah. I remember I was so confused because he's like, "It's a beautiful night." I'm like, "It is." I'm pretty sure it's like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Like, listen, okay, we only have access to this boat for like the next 5 hours.
You get one trip.
What's the matter?
Oh god, this actually gave me nightmares as a kid. This whole scene. It's the grunting.
Yeah.
It's the grunting that's disturbing.
Yeah.
No chairs, my one recess.
I like how they're like lawn chairs. Like, can't they afford real chairs for the ship? Like those look like, I mean, obviously they're probably from the 70s. Yeah, but they look like the stuff from like the wheel, like the garage sales. I'm like, oh, they probably are.
And she is a sound sleeper.
It's just that whole thing.
Yeah, my Scottish bag.
I bought it when I bought my pantsuit.
Yeah.
Yes. I have lots of luggage because I only buy them when they match my suits.
Strange that he should come up to the Leto deck now.
You know, for a cruise line, this place is awfully deserted. Yeah.
It's nighttime, remember?
Oh, yeah. Or morning? I don't know.
Yeah. No, because after this, he's like, on a beautiful night like this, you should talk like love. And I was like,
oh, God, yes, you're right.
I'm telling you, I could probably, if we didn't have the dub or the subtitle, I could probably be like, and this is Goro's line.
That jump scare actually did get me as a kid.
Yeah.
The statue's caught. Somebody must have stolen it.
I was chasing the thief. He went overboard.
Was the statue with him?
Bitch, do I have it? Then yes.
That dude is fighting a hell of a cold with all of that.
Yeah.
Release my
It is definitely nighttime for him.
Trust me, this wine will drink this wine down. It'll make your cold feel better.
I can only pay attention to his monkey belt now.
Yeah. Or the CDs glued onto the back of his jacket.
Those are his badges. Those are his badges of military badges of honor.
I have one for every gallon of nitrile.
Centaurus.
For every Godzilla fan, that was a password to their treehouse.
Yeah.
Yes. or to their G-Fest hotel room.
Oh, God.
My friends actually pulled that on me, where it's like, Alpha, I'm like, the fuck are you referencing?
Fuck you.
You expect me to remember that shit?
If you don't hand it over, the old man and the girl will die.
He's like, okay,
Yeah. So
do it.
Do it, pussy.
It's your fault.
Coward.
All this trouble upon us. If you had just kept your hands off the statue, we would never have had to suffer the way we have.
Don't listen to Grandpa, okay? He's still a little
Maybe if
drunk.
you would have just fucking kept your statue with you the whole time, none of this would have happened. They're like, we're gonna put it in a cave and not remember that it's there.
I always thought he looked like one of those things from the Muppets that came out dancing at the beginning. In that shot right there. Now, he can fly, right? Despite walking this distance.
Hey man, it's more menacing this way.
Why does he have Parkinson's all of a sudden?
It's a brand new day and the sun is bright. All the birds are singing that you're gonna die. I wonder if this is gonna get copyright claimed by Toho. just the song itself.
I'll just edit it out. Yeah, because we tried to do the Godzilla 2000, and that got claimed faster than RoboCop did. It was within the first, I think it was like a music cue in Godzilla 2000 that triggered it.
Do you want Andres and I to sing the song instead? We love it.
I know it as well. I actually know the English translation of it too.
Nick, you got the drum. April. You play the drums. You got this.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I only wake up for 2 choruses, bitch. Wake up.
Magnificent machine. Mechagodzilla has been defeated.
Impossible.
Like, it's a robot. Why would you put the controls in your head, which is easily knocked off, instead of deep in the chest? Where, like,
Hey,
you know.
They learned a lesson. They put it in the second one.
Yeah.
That's mainly a giant robot thing there.
Oh, there goes all of his cough syrup. Oh my God.
Not my NyQuil. I do like, that might be my favorite part in Terror of Mechagodzilla, when he like rips the head off and then it doesn't matter because it's not in the head anymore. He's just like, what? Like, I'm just a globe now. Like, okay. Why is this? I never understood why this stuff blows up. Like,
I think
Mechagodzilla
It was the pipe, right? Like,
they put pipes on both sides of the computer, which caused it to malfunction. Because like earlier they established that like the pipe causes like radio waves to go all haywire.
why does it blow up if it makes radio waves get disrupted?
Because
Fuck you, that's why. Like, okay.
This whole ending sequence was also cut from my VHS copy.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, it's just like as soon as Godzilla goes away into the ocean, you cut to this shot right here.
The end.
Well,
Yeah.
I enjoy doing that. I think it's actually a fun movie, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, because
totally,
it's got like these Bond elements in it, and then like these weird Planet of the Apes things, and the action scenes are pretty cool. Like when you get all the explosions at the end, it's like it hadn't really been seen to that level, I don't think, in a lot of other.
Yeah. And for this being like what was it, the director Jun Fukuda, for this being like his final Godzilla movie, I honestly think he really nailed it out of the park here, and this may have been his best Godzilla movie overall.
Yeah, I would think so, because he did kind of like the lower budget ones otherwise, right? Like the other 70s.
He did do Sea Monster and Son of Godzilla, which were about, I would say, medium budget.
Right.
Then he did a lot of the lower budgeted stuff from what was it? From I think he did Godzilla. Did he do Godzilla? I think he did Godzilla's Revenge. No, maybe that was still Ishiro Honda. But he definitely did everything between.
Yeah, he did do Revenge because Ishiro Honda actually like is proud of. Well, he's dead.
I was reading the biography, and he was actually like proud of the message that it was in that movie, and
Oh yeah.
like he actually liked it, which makes sense, and that's why I always feel bad when people like shit on that movie, because I'm like, the guy that made it seems to like enjoy that he had something with a message in it. Like it's not his fault that he didn't have that much money, and he did something with it, which is you're just shitting on some man that made the thing you loved, but whatever, people.
Right. It's also like geared towards a younger audience in that film too. So you have to like,
fucking hate this kid's movie. It's like, yeah, because you're not a kid.
I was a kid when I saw Godzilla's Revenge. I enjoyed it for what it was.
I wasn't a kid when I remember I got that one in the Walmart bin for $5, and I was so excited because it was one I hadn't seen before. And I think I figured out that the chapter skip worked out to where it was every other chapter, like he would skip through, would go from monster to kid. So I was like, kid. And then monster, I was like, I think I've seen it like at halfway. But I was just like, but yeah, it's a kid's movie, so you can't be like, this is stupid. It's like, for a kid.
Right.
You want to see the concept and like go somewhere else, I guess.
Right. But I guess like as for like for Jun Fukuda, he did Sea Monster, Son of Godzilla, Gigan, Megalon, and Mechagodzilla. I believe those were the 5 he worked on.
Yeah, I think this is by far his best. Just
totally.
And they gave him more money for this one because this coincided with what would it have been? Would have been the 30th?
30, 50, 60, 70, no, 20th anniversary.
Yeah, so this was the first time they had celebrated an anniversary, I believe. And so they were giving him a little bit more money. And I believe, did it make more? I think it made more than Terror, which is weird.
Terror was a bomb. Terror was a straight up bomb for them.
And it would give us Mechagodzilla is probably the second most enduring Godzilla villain behind Ghidorah, if not more so, like widely recognized.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why Mechagodzilla is as popular as he is, and why Toho keeps bringing him back in various incarnations, because the first movie, people or fans remember the first movie so well, and it was such a major success for them.
Right, and even in something like a Ready Player One, he can just appear, and the general audience has a pretty good idea of who he is.
Right, and God knows how many parodies are out there of a mecha insert main character name here.
Right.
I wonder, was that the first? I guess it would have been like the first version of just like, we'll just do the same thing.
I think Mecha Kong came first, actually, from King Kong Escape.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah.
Technically, Mecha Kong came first, and I'm sure there's been a couple Mecha Ultra Evil Ultraman doppelgangers as well. But I would say
Ultraman start coming out.
66.
66?
66, yeah. And Ultra 7 was, I believe, 67 or 68. And Ultra 7 had a robot duplicate, not Ultraman. Ultraman had an alien evil duplicate. I remember as a kid, like, this was my very second Godzilla movie to watch ever after Sea Monster. So I was always, like, really confused who Anguirus was, because I guess, like, Godzilla fans back in the day were already supposed to know who that character was. But now it's like, as a kid, it's like he just shows up out of nowhere. It's like, what? Who is this guy? Why does the movie act like we should already know who he is?
You can clearly identify him as Godzilla's friend, Andres.
I was like, what, 5 years old? I didn't pay attention to shit.
At the time, to be fair, at the time, Andres had no friends, so he was like, what?
Damn it!
I remember
that cuts deep.
Sorry, man. We're
all right. It's all right.
I remember when I was, when I started getting into it, I think it was like 93 or 94. And I just assumed that the 5 Godzilla movies at the video store were the only 5 that there were in existence. Right. And it was this one, and I like Biollante and Mechagodzilla. And then I remember I got the internet, I'm like, there's like 30? There's 30 more of these things. You're right. It's like, and it was like my most favorite thing ever. And I was just like, oh, it's just like, was enlightened one day. I was just like, and they're still making them? They're still coming out?
I want you to take me to the cave one of these days.
I was lucky as a kid. We had like one of those public access that every Saturday would do like a creature feature. So got to see them all. Great. Meanwhile, I never noticed that their leader's always drinking and smoking. He's got the life.
He's drinking like NyQuil all the time. He really likes his Medora. And then he's got an ape. Isn't it weird to, like, he has a ape face and that's like his face? Like, I don't wear a belt that has my face on it. Like,
you know what? I never realized that the ape on their faces. I'm gonna learn all this stuff.
It's like maybe, and then like, why do they have to look like people in their like alien place? Like, can't they all be apes together when they're not seen by humans?
From a production standpoint, from a production standpoint, I can understand that it saves cost on makeup and stuff. But in terms of actual writing, yeah, that is pretty odd. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but there's like an X-ray cross illustration of King Caesar that shows that. Yeah, he's like bricks and wood and stone and jewels. It's so weird, but so fascinating because it raises so many interesting questions about his origin.
Did any of you guys ever wonder? 'Cause this is one of the first times I think I heard it in a movie. When they do the translations, they call him Godzilla. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like, where does that come from?
I think it's just like a British pronunciation thing.
Is that what it is? Okay.
They do it in Megalon too, isn't it? It's like Godzilla.
Yeah.
And in Violante, the guys are like, "Oh, we've got the Godzilla ourselves."
Yeah, I think it's just sort of like their means of like in English, we often pronounce things differently when we're sort of like slurring or connecting all our words linking all our words together. Like a different kind of slurring. Just like for instance, there are so many times when we are speaking where the T's become D's or the S's become Z's.
Yeah.
So this might have been like I believe a lot of these dubs were done in Hong Kong, done by British people trying to pull off American accents.
Yeah.
So I guess
sense.
just something just kind of this was just like the result of their accents showing through.
So what's your guys' favorite Godzilla movie?
Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, easily.
The one that doesn't have Godzilla in the name?
I'm gonna go with GMK. It's my favorite. Newer one, the relatively newer. It is my newer.
GMK?
Sorry?
Is there another GMK?
No.
That was
the original that was supposed to have Andres in it would have been much better.
Well, thank you for both coming on. I had so much fun watching Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1974 with you. My most favorite of all-time favorite Godzilla movie. I hope you guys both want to come back on some other time. But just let us know where everybody can find you and what you guys are both working on.
You can be sure to get Draco Azul Issues 1, Issues 2, and my novel-length anthology book, Primal Warrior Draco Azul Full Metal Chronicles, all available on Amazon Kindle Comixology. There it is, right there, in all its glory. Also, you can be sure to check out Draco Azul in the Steam Early Access video game Daikaiju Daigasen Versus, made by my good buddy Garayan, where you can play as Draco Azul and Atomic Rex as playable characters in that fighting retro King of the Monsters style fighting game. So yeah, check all that shit out.
Yes, and please check me out, Matthew Dennion, on Amazon. You can find the entire Atomic Rex book series, all three of them with a fourth one coming soon. Chimera, Scourge of the Gods, Operation Rock, Operation Megalodon, Polar Yeti, Marsh Thing, Valley of the Dinosaurs, and what am I forgetting, Andres? Kaiju Corp. All available on Amazon. Yeah, and on Severed Press. And of course, most importantly, please follow Kaiju vs. Cancer on Facebook, where we will continue to support the kids at St. Jude's Hospital with our wonderful creations.
This has been the Review Roulette Podcast. I'm your host, Laura. Special thanks goes out to our guest who we had on for our second Casual Kaiju episode of Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 1974. My most favorite of all time Godzilla movies. I'd ride or die for that giant dog monster. First we had Andres Perez, also known as Kaiju Noir, also known as Draco Azul. He's actually not as known as Draco Azul. He wrote Draco Azul, but you can find all three Draco Azul books on Amazon, and then I believe just the issues 1 and 2 are in Comixology. We also had his friend Matt Dennion, who is also an amazing author. He's known for the Atomic Rex trilogy and Chimera, all available on Amazon. Thank you both so much for coming on. We had so much fun. It was the longest recording session we've had ever. We recorded so long that StreamYard turned off on us, which was fun. And also, another extra special thanks goes out to Titan Goji, who was able to. Hopefully, yeah, I'm guessing he's able to. If this is out, he did a good job. But thanks, Titan Goji, for editing this episode together for me. I definitely needed help because there was no way I could sift through all of the recording and make it sound anywhere as good, remotely good. So thank you so much, Titan Goji. And because we recorded for so long, we're actually going to be able to make a second extra bonus episode that's going to be coming out next Tuesday. That is all about book publishing, whether it be from a publishing company or self-published from two authors with lots of kaiju books behind them. So it was very interesting. So I couldn't not get rid of that. So that will be coming out next Tuesday, and it's all about the sweet, sordid backgroundness of giant monsters.